Libra. How are you today? This is for May 2018. And we'll see what the energy has in store for Libra. Libra is always a good energy. So let's try this. Picked itself today. And of course, for Libra, it's this: reveal your truth. No more hiding behind that which is not you. No longer pretending to be somebody you're not. No longer to pretend to be the normal person. Because if you're very much like me, you're not quite normal. And guess what? Makes life much more livable, more fun. I think I prefer not to be quite normal. All right, so oops, those came out, so I'm going to leave them there and pull them already, and let's do this. Oh, can't see my cards. Oh well, there you go. So these three popped out. So for Libra, it says to remain in balance. Well, of course, Libra's always has that problem, right? Being in balance. Maintain your course. And this month, you're going to create a change. Maybe not a logical change, but a change that you yourself will have chosen. And when I say it's not a logical change, when I pull this card, it's usually a Don Quixote change. Where you go tilting at windmills, but hey, you're always looked after. And there might be a bit of frustration, but usually it's simply because you're not looking in all directions. You haven't figured it out. Your eyes have still got a little blindfold on them. Okay, which means it's probably just time to reveal your truth. So this is the past. In the past, things have gone badly for most people, and they have everybody among us has slings and arrows and knives in our back. But this is in the past because we're figuring a way out, and he's running towards the sun. It's not like he's completely healed yet. He's getting there, and everybody, I think, is getting there. And what does it create? Ace of Cups. Brand new beginnings of joy and happiness. Opening up the field of Pandora's box. And the first things that came out of Pandora's box, before Pandora opened it actually, were joy and happiness. Then they closed it, and Pandora came along and opened it. Well, what a dumb girl she was, hey? So I'm just going to heat up this thing a little bit. All right, let's see if I can do this today. Almost there. So when we reveal our truth to ourselves, and we do it by staying steadfast and creating change, allowing ourselves to create change, and allowing ourselves to go through the hard knock times, and allowing ourselves to see the things that have caused us pain and agony, it gives us the Ace of Cups, an opening up of joy and happiness when we see ourselves for who we are. And seeing ourselves for who we are also means being who we are. And funny thing is, as you grow and become more who you are, it's just simpler to be who you are. Because, well, I don't know other Libras so well maybe, but I'm just too lazy to try it any other way. So it says to observe in silence. Well, I'm not quite sure how that works. But I'm going to take it as the High Goddess card who sees things but doesn't always explain what she sees. So as you grow more spiritually, there will be times when you cannot explain to people what you are doing, why you're doing it, how come it's like that, why do you feel this way. All those questions, they're just not explainable unless the person is ready to hear it. So observe in silence. And honestly, with you listen, you will hear a lot more than if you listen while you're talking. And I know it's pretty much impossible to listen and talk at the same time. So listen to yourself, listen to your soul, and your soul will tell you what is the next thing on your list for growing. The soul has a way of doing this. And in the previous set of cards, it said to observe the signs. So when listen in silence would be a way of learning to observe the signs. And truthfully, when they talk about silence, it has a lot to do with how your mind works. Does it chatter? Or is it constantly busy talking and chattering and saying, well, if I use that detergent, this is going to happen with my daughter, her eyes are going to swell shut. Or if I butter my toast, then I have to subtract calories somewhere else. Or if I take the left-hand corner, will that car hit me? Well, that one's a good one to mind chatter about. But there's a lot of things our minds chatter on about that are not really important. So you already know not to use that detergent because you do know your daughter's going to have a reaction to it. So you get one that's healthy or cleaner, less chemicals. That's not a mind chatter thing. But the mind chatter, if you can calm the chatter of the mind and observe in silence, then you basically have got to the place where you're going to reach what we class as enlightenment. And I don't believe there's such a thing as enlightenment. I think there's always more stages, so we're never actually enlightened. We get to the place of what people would say is enlightened and go, oh, but I want more. So what do? We observe in silence, and that does push us. It does shove us farther up. And it is probably one of the fastest ways of gaining insight. Also, forgiving ourselves. So forgiving ourselves for whatever we think we deserve to be not to be forgiven for. God only knows what, because it's usually something really small and unimportant, but to us it's huge. So forgive, be quiet in the mind, or calm the mind, and that will bring us where we're looking for, what we're looking for. And every one of us wants to return home, even though we're already there. Okay, namaste. And now let's go. Bye.